want to drop a what-if question about the real life we live in. Just facts that already exist that make you think. You can make your decision on your belief. From there we go. I've been a fan of Dragon Ball Z from the 90s. I love the animation because of the art. It was simply drawn, but beautiful. The martial arts and energy battles was exciting. Loved the story too. Seemed like all my friends was watching as well. I remember seeing Mr. Popo for the first time and my soul dropped. The animation that I loved had become a minstrel show. A minstrel show was a show making fun of black people, white people, and blackface. They did this in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Mr. Popo is a standard blackface minstrel show character having jet black skin, big white eyes, and huge red lips. As I watched the races of humans in Dragon Ball Z, I noticed the only black consistent character they had was Mr. Popo. Mr. Popo played the role as servant to Dende and Kami. He represented a eunuch, a black man who was castrated, one employed to guard the women's living areas at the Oriental Court, an ineffective person, a nation of political eunuchs. I looked this up. The only other Dragon Ball Z character that comes close to being black was Piccolo and the race of Nameks. The Nameks was an asexual race. They are a race of lizard men that lay eggs to reproduce. These lizard men dress like Arabs. Piccolo and his people, the Nameks, remind me of the Moors. They're spiritual and warriors, not warlike. Also, there are no black women, period, in this comic or animation. The relationship between the Nameks, Saiyans, and Mr. Popo has a pecking order. Saiyans being the supreme race that transforms to a superhuman being with blue eyes and blonde hair. Namek second, and Mr. Popo with no power, but serves both. It makes me think a lot of black people in the present. How the world sees black people, Moors. Moors playing the role of Nameks and Mr. Popo, being both strong warriors and religious slaves that don't reproduce with white women and have no power or power limits that will never reach the white man's power. These programs we watch are spells on our kids, even grown people. Watch what you take in. They're feeding our souls spells so we won't reproduce gods like them, but slaves. Unix. I looked this up.